A well-known Richland business has found itself broken into not once but twice just in the past week. And Highlands Middle School is celebrating Veterans Day a little early as they've held their annual Military Appreciation Day.
And dense fog this morning, you can see it right there. Showers on the way late tonight and for your weekend. I'll get you prepared in my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to
Friday.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
We didn't even work that out. I knew you knew where I was going.
Oh, yeah.
We are to the weekend finally. I love being the person to greet people to the weekend. And
it's the best.
It is the best. You have a busy weekend planned.
Oh, yeah.
I have a very relaxed weekend planned. So together it's average.
Yes.
And we get an extra hour this weekend as well.
That makes me very happy with all the
Yes.
plans that I have. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to an extra hour of sleep.
Perfect. Let's take a look outside, and we do have that dense fog through many of our areas. It is patchy, so there are some spots where the fog isn't too prevalent, but you can certainly see that on our Richland Legend Skycam. So we do have a dense fog advisory for many of our areas, save for northeastern Oregon. So all of our areas except for there and Ellensburg are in that dense fog advisory. That's good till 11 o'clock this morning. So visibility, we're having troubles in Connell, especially Tri-Cities, Prosser, Yakima areas. The surrounding areas, not too bad. So keep an eye out for fog. Give yourself a little extra time if you're within that zone. So after the fog this morning, we're going to be looking at some sunshine today. If it does break, highs are going to be about where they were yesterday, in the mid to, looks like more mid 50s than not. Again, we're a little bit hampered by the fog this morning and the kind of atmosphere kind of being a little bit light on the wind. And again, we still have a little bit of air quality issues. The area that does not have this fog this morning is up to 60. So just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. So partly cloudy skies after this dense fog. Rain returns late tonight. A lot going on. And again, we'll let you know about that extra hour we get over the weekend. That's coming up. But right now we're going to send it back to Riley.
Thank you, Jason. A Walla Walla man has been arrested on suspicion of domestic violence after he barricaded himself inside of his residence yesterday afternoon. Shortly after 4 p.m., Walla Walla PD responded to the call on the 1300 block of Ruth Street for a domestic disturbance. Upon arrival, officers learned that 45-year-old Stephen Runyon had allegedly assaulted his 77-year-old father. Runyon refused to leave the residence despite several commands from law enforcement. After obtaining a search warrant, officers entered the home and arrested Runyon without incident. He's been booked into the Walla Walla County Jail for 4th-degree assault, domestic violence, and obstructing a law enforcement officer. Amethyst Creamery in Richland on the corner of Lee Boulevard and George Washington Way is well known locally, recognizable by its signature geode displays in the front windows. But on what should have been a happy day for the ice cream store, celebrating 4 years in business, owner Doug Tallman instead had to clean up broken glass after a break-in. And Tallman says this isn't the first time it's happened.
This is the second time in just in a week. A week ago Wednesday, same time again, this happened. Broken out, stuff stolen off the windowsill, and a bunch of crystals and geodes and such.
He says someone threw a large rock through the window and stole his display, but it doesn't look like anyone went into the business. Ice cream, coffee, and even jewelry displays were left untouched. According to Tallman, he's facing hundreds of dollars in repair bills and looking at new security measures for the future. A hearing in the University of Idaho stabbing deaths was held over Zoom yesterday morning. The judge heard arguments from the prosecution and defense on what evidence should be provided to Brian Kohberger's defense. Kohberger's legal team has repeatedly asked for details on the DNA evidence used to create the genealogical profile used to identify Kohberger as the suspect. The judge did not make a final decision on what could be provided to the defense because of the complicated and controversial nature of the request, but he ordered the state to submit all material to be reviewed by December 1st. Meanwhile, students will make the one-year anniversary of the murders on November 13th with a vigil, and the university's community is encouraged to turn on their porch lights for an hour. While the November general election is scheduled for next week, you can participate now since Washington is a vote-by-mail state. The deadline to drop your ballot into an official ballot drop box is next Tuesday, November 7th at 8 p.m. Mailed ballots must be postmarked by November 7th, and be sure to sign your ballots to ensure that it counts. The Franklin County, Benton County, and Walla Walla County auditors all have links to ballot box locations on their websites. Democratic Washington Representative Pramila Jayapal may soon see a familiar face in the House of Representatives, her sister. Sushila Jayapal announced her candidacy on social media on Wednesday. She's looking to succeed Democratic Congressman Earl Blumenauer of Oregon. He announced earlier this week that he was not going to run for re-election. Jayapal, the former Multnomah County Commissioner, is seeking to establish herself as a progressive in the race. According to her campaign, Jayapal's top issues include abortion rights, gun safety, and climate change. She's also announced that she will not accept corporate money. Well, when's the last time you saw dozens of veterans in a room together? Annually at Highlands Middle School, dozens of people who served in the United States military met together for Military Appreciation Day. It started in 1997 with just 4 vets. Now it's an event the whole school gets involved in, preparing the halls and welcoming home veterans from all branches and backgrounds. Retired Navy submariner Captain Ted Miller spoke to the students at the annual assembly.
Middle school can be tough, but if you all look out for each other, your world and your community will be a better place. Being a good citizen today is a great way to thank a veteran.
The event started with a social hour and then went into the assembly and ended with classroom visits and activities. Organizer and National Junior Honor Society advisor at Highlands Middle School, Connie Pfau, says this event takes weeks of preparation and days of decorating to make it one of the biggest local events approaching Veterans Day. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, we'll hear from a student in the National Junior Honor Society about what it means to bring out the veterans year after year. And it's the time of the year to bundle up, and the Desert Fiber Arts Fall Market wants to help. Fiber arts includes knitting, crocheting, weaving, tatting, spinning, and felting. And if any of those terms sound unfamiliar, there's plenty of members at the Desert Fiber Arts Guild ready to share their knowledge.
You can start with a color and you think, okay, that color is to die for. I want to do something with that color, and it builds from there. In my case, I usually build from the weave structure, and I say, okay, what can I do with that?
The Fall Market is open from 10 until 6 today and 10 until 4 on Saturday at Central United Church in Richland. And while the handcrafted aspect of this may be a little intimidating, organizers say there is something for everyone.
We have a tremendous variety of caps and hats this year. One of my favorite is absolutely this Seahawks fan. If you know anybody in your family who's a Seahawks fan, that's going to make an outstanding Christmas gift this year.
Lots of demonstrations have been planned, everything from napkin folding to weaving, spinning, and making felted flowers. So if you've ever wanted to get started on these types of projects and you don't really know where to start, head on over to Richland. There's no admission fee and prices for pieces start at $5. The City of Kennewick revealed its new inclusive elements that will be added onto the Playground of Dreams. The city worked with Kason Creed, a young man who advocated for more inclusive elements at playgrounds in the Tri-Cities. Kason's input has now allowed the Playground of Dreams to add 3 new inclusive park amenities called Kason's Corner. The addition is to make it easier for everyone in the community to play and engage in the same space. The new amenities include a We Go Round, We Saw, and a sensory play center. The playgrass will be the ground surface to make it easier for those with mobility issues to navigate. We'll return in just a moment, but first Jason Valentine joins us live now for another quick look at the weather.
Some of our areas are dealing with fog this morning. We have rain returning tonight, and those warmer temperatures are sticking around. All of your First Alert weather forecast coming up.
While brain tumors are pretty rare overall, local health officials say they affect a number of different people in our region. But while a diagnosis can be scary, there are plenty of resources available to you. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Allen Brecky Law Offices emphasizes the rights of accident victims and can answer your questions, such as how long do you have to file a claim? Who's legally liable to pay your medical expenses? Are you getting a good settlement from the insurance company?
What I want people to know about Numerica's involvement is that it's genuine and that we care.
That's why I work at a company that supports the community, because we're a part of it.
It's important to give back to the community you live in. I grew up needing help from the community, so for me to be able to give back has always been so special.
We are truly here to help, and we're passionate about it.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, posted at bimart.com. There's 16 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for fall and more. At Bi-Mart, our members save more every day.
We are Grocery Outlet, and we are your Bargain Bliss Market. What's Bargain Bliss? You know that feeling you get when you find the name brands you love, but for way, way less? That's Bargain Bliss. It's Grocery Outlet's 20% off wine sale going on now through November 7th. We have hundreds of wines sure to pair with any gathering. So act now, because this deal won't last long. Stop in and save today.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
The average cost of hearing aids is nearly $5,000, but now you can buy a full pair of rechargeable, wireless, nearly invisible, easy to use, and comfortable hearing devices for only $99, but only from Audient.
It's easy to use.
They're small.
A pair of $99 Audient Atoms can be sold over the phone without having to see a doctor or audiologist. Call to order.
1-800-617-3809.
It all started with this sudden arrival of a baby. It was days before they actually discovered the two bodies.
I'm getting chills. How can a child be missing for 40 years?
Baby Holly for the first time. Holly, it's great to finally meet you.
2020, tonight on ABC.
If you've been injured in an accident and are thinking about settling the insurance claim yourself, do you really know about the laws that help accident victims? Would you like to know if you're being treated fairly? Do yourself a favor. Call Allen Brecky Law Offices for a free consultation.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Friday morning. Well, this week is International Brain Tumor Awareness Week, and it's an opportunity to bring awareness to symptoms of brain tumors and what treatment and care is available. Cadillac Regional Medical Center in Tri-Cities provides a variety of services through the Tri-Cities Cancer Center, local radiation and oncology support groups, and the Neuroscience Center. Neurosurgeon Dr. Andrew Bieber says while relatively rare, brain tumors affect quite a few families across our region.
Unfortunately, the prevalence for glioblastomas, which is one of the most fatal, most dangerous ones, is about 3.5 to 4 people per 100,000 per year. Doesn't sound like much, but when you calculate 300,000 in the Tri-Cities region, plus Yakima, plus the areas around, you can get to 400,000 or 500,000 people, which could be anywhere from 15 to 20 cases per year.
Coming up later on Good Morning Northwest, we get into a few of the symptoms to watch out for in yourself and your loved ones. Coming up, parents in the West Valley School District are continuing to put pressure on the administration following reports of bullying in schools. And folks, this is our only Skycam that works. Other than that, fog is throughout our area. They work, we just can't see anything through the fog. A little bit there. Plenty of fog, dense fog advisory, rain tonight. I'll get you ready for your weekend. That's coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
pro-level performance at work and at home. Right now, save on steel gas and battery blowers. Real STIHL. Find yours.
Mattress Depot USA always offers premium mattresses at the best prices every day.
But we are also sleep specialists.
Check out Mattress University on our website, mattressdepotusa.com. It's filled with information.
Like Beds 101, Mattress Anatomy 201, and Sleep Health 301.
And yes, there is a sleep quiz that will help you choose the mattress best for you.
Study it today, sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
'Tis the season for a holiday shopping tradition. Custer's 28th annual Christmas Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Join us as 150 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcrafts, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Get creative with your holiday shopping at Custer's Christmas Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco.
At Spec Buick GMC, we love Black Friday deals, and that's why we're giving them to you all month long. Get your best deal on a new Sierra, a stylish Terrain, or any one of our 100 of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Many new vehicles are marked down with holiday bonus cash deals and have special low interest rates too. With no payments until February, great rates and Black Friday deals every day. Why wait? Spec Buick GMC, a family automotive tradition since 1912.
The Black Friday sale is on at More Furniture. Everything has been priced to sell for the holiday season, so you can get the furniture you need for guests, entertaining, and more. Our incredible selection of living rooms, bedrooms, dining sets, and mattresses is all on sale and ready for delivery. Hurry in for the best selection or preview all Black Friday sale specials online at morefurniture.com.
Another fatal crash on
Alyssa Warner. She graduated from Walla Walla University, worked her first TV news job in Spokane, and brings the news home to you each night on Apple Valley News Now.
It's just one way Apple Valley News Now is on your side.
She's local and on your side.
Welcome to the show.
Spicy crowd today.
Next live, Bertie Gregory, plus free holiday bargains with Monica Mangan.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Welcome to the weekend, and we are greeted with widespread fog throughout some of our cities. And again, like in the Tri-Cities outside of our studios here in Kennewick, we're looking pretty good. But here in Richland and other areas, Pasco looking at heavy fog. So give yourself some extra time. Heavy fog, dense fog throughout much of our region, save for northeastern Oregon and the Ellensburg areas. But this is good for the rest of our regions until 11 o'clock this morning. Zero visibility in the Tri-Cities, less than zero visibility in Connell, 4 miles of visibility in Prosser. So be very careful out there. 20% visibility in Yakima. So give yourself a little bit of extra time. So on our radar, we saw just a little bit of shower activity rumbling through just to the south of Pendleton. That is going to be moving on, and we're going to see mostly clear skies if this fog, assuming this fog breaks as we get to our morning hours. On our futurecast, though, get ready for some sunshine today and then shower activity as early as 7 p.m. for Yakima, Toppenish, Ellensburg. Then it's going to be widespread in our overnight period. This is some heavy at times rain showers, and we're seeing still more rain in the Cascades. So if you're doing some traveling, luckily it is in the form of rain. Tomorrow morning, some heavier cells possible, especially along the Blues. Then it will move along. We'll be looking dry for Saturday night, but as we get to Sunday, more shower activity coming in for the morning hours. So just get ready for off and on showers for your weekend starting tonight. So a lot going on. And why is the showers returning? Well, we just have plenty of moisture coming in from the Pacific, and it's going to be off and on. So just get ready for more shower activity. But again, it is staying warm and warm this morning. We were right around the freezing mark an hour ago for Yakima, a little above it now. We're mostly in the 30s, but look how warm the Blue Mountain region is, 53 for Walla Walla and Pendleton. So temperatures all over the place. And our highs, we're finally going to be regularly above or at our average, at least for the next few days. And we'll looking to cool down in our next work week. But first time in about 2 weeks, we've seen above or at average temperatures. Air quality slowly getting better. Again, with that fog out there, that's another indicative sign of bad air quality. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of movement from this stagnant air, and you can definitely see it when the fog lifts. Wind speeds, a little bit of wind out there. They are not going to pick up too much until we get into our weekend. So not much wind tomorrow, but by Sunday and Monday, and definitely in our next work week, we do have wind on the way. So let's take a look at those highs today. Maybe a little bit warmer, mid to upper 50s, Yakima, Toppenish, including Ellensburg, mid to upper 50s for the Mid-Columbia, and for the Blue Mountain region, a little warmer, lower 60s. 7-day forecast, and as we move on into our weekend, a little warmer tomorrow than mid-50s till we cool down the middle part of our next work week. And don't forget to fall back an hour as we get to Sunday early morning. Tri-Cities area right around that 60-degree mark for your weekend. Overnight lows cooling down into our next work week, but warm for our weekend. Today, heavy fog for Yakima, Tri-Cities, Mid-Columbia areas. Do get ready for that to hopefully lift later today. We'll see some partly cloudy skies, but rain returns tonight.
We're continuing our coverage of bullying concerns at the West Valley School District. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell says parents are reaching out to her asking how they can file their concerns with the school district.
The superintendent told me that when a principal is made aware of bullying concerns, their job is to document, follow up, and then resolve those concerns. However, if parents are not satisfied with that solution, the principal should inform families they have a chance to file a formal complaint. In order to file a formal complaint, you have to fill out Form 3207F, which is available on the district website, then submit it to the principal to forward on to the district.
If parents don't feel like the district is addressing it the way that they would like to, what do they do after that point?
So we have not reached that position because all of the formal complaints have been resolved. And so we make sure that we are working closely with families to resolve any formal complaint that they have.
I've been talking with parents in the school district who say filing that formal complaint has been anything but easy. Coming up on Monday night, we'll hear more from Superintendent Finch about that process and why parents say they need more from the district. Reporting, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
West Valley Junior High is taking on a challenge this year and embracing just letting it go. The school is putting on its production of Frozen Junior, a production that's taken hundreds of hours of work and more than 100 students to bring to life. With the cast made entirely of 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, directed by senior Desiree Quenzer, this is the school's first ever student-directed musical. Quenzer says she wants this moment to stick with students in the spotlight for years to come.
It's so important for me that this is absolutely just perfect and amazing experience. For a lot of these kiddos, it's their very first show. So my goal is to make them want to keep coming back. Even after I graduate, even after I'm gone, I want them to keep coming back and being in shows.
The show opened last night at the West Valley Junior High Auditorium and continues today and tomorrow. Online tickets are sold out, but there are a little over 90 free tickets each night available at the door. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, one of the most popular and successful bands of all time has released one final song with the help of artificial intelligence.
You deserve a great mattress. Get one now with no credit needed for just $39 down and 100 days same as cash. Only at Mattress Depot USA.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Honey, that was my brother. Can we bring him dinner tomorrow? He's been having a hard time since his accident.
Of course. I know it's been tough. There's so many costs that his insurance doesn't even cover.
I know. The ramp to his front door, transportation, meal preparation. What if something happens to one of us?
We should plan to sit down soon. We can look through the long-term care benefits that we're earning with WA Cares.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Come see Kimberly Perry of the Grammy Award-winning trio The Band Perry live in concert. Friday, Friday, January 12th, Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish. Hear hits like If I Die Young and Better Dig 2, as well as new music from Kimberly's new solo EP, Super Bloom. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. Don't miss Kimberly Perry at Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish, Friday, January 12th.
Take a trip back in time at the Uptown Antique Market. Nearly 30 individual vendors with an amazing variety of inventory. From furniture to clothing, housewares to home decor, memorabilia, and much, much more. New inventory arriving daily at the Uptown Antique Market in Richland's historic Uptown.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile. The way it makes you look and feel. The way a smile lights up a room. So people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, home decor, and all things fall. We're unique and we're here for all of life's occasions. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The last song the Beatles ever recorded was released on Thursday, decades after John Lennon wrote it and more than 50 years after the band split.
Now, Lennon recorded a demo of his vocals for the song titled Now and Then in the late 1970s. He was assassinated in 1980, but his widow, Yoko Ono, gave the demo to the remaining Beatles members in 1994.
The track was then worked on by Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and George Harrison for a year, but they couldn't separate Lennon's voice from the sound of a piano in the track. After Harrison died in 2001, it took McCartney and Starr more than 2 decades to begin working on the song again.
AI was used to isolate Lennon's voice from a demo track from the 2021 docuseries The Beatles Get Back. McCartney then redid the bass, Ringo adapted the drums, and they kept Harrison's guitar parts from 1995, and then McCartney played the remaining guitar in the style of George Harrison for the song.
I like that they kept so much of the original content in from what was
yes,
previously done.
The demo that they're talking about from Lennon, they created 2 songs back in 1995 because they had clean versions of Lennon's voice. So those were Free as a Bird and another one, I don't remember what that is. So this is the 3rd one, so just kind of a last gift for Beatles fans.
Even years later, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
You got it.
Yeah.
Quick look outside. We have the fog that keeps on giving. I'll get you ready for all of that as we wake up on a Friday morning.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has arrived back in the war zone this morning for meetings with Israeli officials to discuss steps to protect Palestinian civilians. And amid Senator Tommy Tuberville's hold on military promotions, the Senate is taking steps to ensure that the chain of command is intact.
In today's Tech Bites, TikTok says it has removed more than 24 million fake accounts and millions of posts since the war broke out between Israel and Hamas. The platform is pushing back on criticism on how its algorithm is recommending content about the war. Next, budgeting app Mint is shutting down at the end of the year. Mint's owner Intuit says its users will be moved to the company's other service called Credit Karma. It's unclear whether Credit Karma will be adjusted to offer the same budgeting features Mint is is known for. Finally, NASA is launching a new streaming service called NASA Plus. It will feature live mission coverage and original video series. NASA Plus is free, has no subscription requirements, and no ads. It takes off on most streaming service platforms next Wednesday. And those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
If your thyroid eye disease was diagnosed a long, long time ago, you may think your eyes will be bulging forever, like a never-ending curse that can't be broken. But even if you've been told it's too late, treating your thyroid eye disease may still be possible, and a new day is within sight. Learn how you could give your eyes a fresh start at stilltreatted.com.
Even the most chill of parents know when it's time to go into protect mode. Nothing kills more viruses on more surfaces than Lysol disinfectant spray.
Liquid IV powdered hydration, now it's sugar-free. Scientifically formulated to deliver 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink. Packed with flavor and 0 artificial sweeteners. Liquid IV, now it's sugar-free.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Israel on the heels of some of the heaviest Israeli airstrikes of the month-old war. And the United States Senate has managed to fill major vacancies on the Joint Chiefs of Staff amid Senator Tommy Tuberville's hold on military promotions.
And dense fog this morning with showers on the way late tonight. I'll get you ready for your weekend in my First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to the weekend, and it's an extra weekend.
A little bit. We have one more hour.
1 hour, but it kind of makes me a little bit angry.
Why?
Okay, so I get up around 3 a.m. on Sunday morning.
Yes.
And I have to sit around and wait for the NFL 7 hours later. This week we have a game in Frankfurt, Germany at 6:30 a.m., which is fantastic. Miami versus Kansas City. But I have to wait an hour extra for the game to start.
But it's already early.
I know. I'm just being petty. But hey, everybody gets an hour to sleep in. And when it's spring, when we lose that, when we go ahead an hour and we lose an hour for the weekend, it is hard to get up for the morning show.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the hardest Mondays of the year. So this is one of our easiest Mondays to look forward to.
I remember I was working in a restaurant and working an overnight shift.
Mm-hmm.
We love those graveyards.
Yes.
And it hit that hour, and I had to then redo the entire extra hour that I was working. And I was like, okay.
A lot of grand slams were...
Definitely.
Okay, great. Let's take a look outside, everyone. And we have plenty of fog to talk about, and that fog is going to continue for the next number of hours. Now, we don't have fog necessarily in northeastern Oregon or in the Ellensburg area, but for all of the areas in gray, we definitely do, and that dense fog advisory is until 11 o'clock tonight. So we are below a mile of visibility in the Tri-Cities, even less in Connell. 40% visibility Prosser, 30% in Yakima. And if you're traveling into the mountains, do expect fog there. So be very careful. Give yourself some extra time this morning. So after the fog lifts, we're assuming the fog will lift. We'll see partly cloudy skies, highs in the mid-50s. If the fog doesn't lift, our highs will be most likely around 50 degrees, so a bit of a difference there if the fog holds on. Again, assuming it lifts, we'll see 55 for the Tri-Cities. Over in Walla Walla, you don't have to worry about that fog, and we'll be up to 60 degrees. So again, we're looking at warm conditions, holding on, just quite a bit of fog. And then we have evening showers to talk about with those partly cloudy skies and dense fog. So a lot to talk about. I'll get you updated on that with my full forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
Turning to the escalating conflict in the Middle East, the fighting between Israeli forces and Hamas militants is intensifying in the air and on the ground. The death toll now topping 9,000 as the U.S. calls on Israel to allow more aid into Gaza as the humanitarian crisis there worsens. ABC's Justin Finch has the latest.
This morning, Israeli troops pressing deeper into North Gaza.
The Israeli Defense Forces says its ground operation is expanding, reporting its troops have completely encircled Gaza City and are locked in face-to-face battles with Hamas militants. Israel intensifying air assaults on Hamas targets across Gaza, demolishing densely populated areas. Civilian survivors, including children, rescued from the rubble. The Biden administration calling for humanitarian pauses to allow more aid inside Gaza.
We do not support a ceasefire, and that gives time for Hamas to regroup, which is something that, again, would put Israeli citizens and others in danger.
A senior U.S. official telling ABC News the U.S. is also flying unarmed MQ-9 Reaper drones over Gaza to assist Israel with locating more than 200 hostages Hamas is holding captive. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said for more meetings with top Israeli leaders today.
We will focus as well on steps that need to be taken to protect civilians who are in a crossfire of Hamas's making.
At the South Gaza-Egypt border, the White House says 74 Americans and their families were among hundreds of foreign nationals to enter Egypt through the Rafah border crossing in recent days. American Maha El-Bana, an aid worker from New Jersey, now safe and well in Cairo, speaking to our Maggie Ruley.
I have PTSD. I've been through a lot. If I hear like a loud noise, I jump. I had a panic attack. It's unbearable. So you can't really escape it.
On Capitol Hill, a House Republican majority passed a $14 billion Israel aid package paid for with money earmarked for the IRS, but it also leaves out Ukraine defense funding. That bill is likely dead on arrival in the Democrat-led Senate, and the president has bowed a veto. A medical worker from Washington who was stranded in Gaza has made it safely to a hotel in Egypt. 71-year-old Ramona Okamura of Seattle had been working with the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund as a prosthetic specialist. She was stranded in the region and was forced to hole up in the UN compound in Gaza near the Egyptian border. She'd been unable to get out until Wednesday. She crossed the border into Egypt, got screened by medical personnel, and then received approval to continue to Cairo. Her niece told news outlets that she's texted that she's okay, but completely exhausted. The Senate on Thursday confirmed 3 military post nominees. Admiral Lisa Franchetti was confirmed as Chief of Naval Operations on a vote of 95-1. Her confirmation had been delayed by GOP Senator Tommy Tuberville's block on military promotions. Tuberville has held up promotions for the past 9 months over the Pentagon's policy on reproductive care. The Senate on Thursday also confirmed General David Alvin as Air Force Chief of Staff, as well as Lieutenant General Christopher Mahoney as Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps. Franchetti and Alvin's confirmations fill key vacancies on the Joint Chiefs.
It's a dangerous time. We need to field our entire national security team, including these military officers who deserve their promotions.
We're going to see repercussions from this for probably the next decade to come.
Jason Valentine is here with a look at your weather forecast.
We're dealing with some heavy fog in some of our areas, but some sunshine on the way before evening showers into tomorrow. I'll get you ready for your weekend with that extra hour that's coming up next.
And the UAW at Ford's plant in Wayne, Michigan has voted on the tentative deal agreed to between the automaker and the union.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds, advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security on your devices, Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited Spectrum Mobile line, and the Xumo Stream Box, free when you add Spectrum TV. Call 833-976-4999. With Spectrum and Xumo, all your favorites are brought together in one place. Use the voice remote to search across live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular streaming apps to watch what you want faster and easier than ever. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal is back. 2 single cheeseburgers for only $5, or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7? For real? Oh, tell me it's as good as it looks. Deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. But you better get it before it's gone. DQ, happy tastes good.
Top flight quarterbacks square off in a statement game. Washington, USC, Saturday on ABC.
One good round deserves another at Zentel Creek Golf Club in Kennewick. Stay warm inside with state-of-the-art golf simulators, or book banquet space for your next family or professional event. Weekends liven up with select live music events throughout the season. Go to zentelcreek.com to find the list of live music options. And make reservations for golf, dinner, drinks, and fun all year round.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen and action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
Now you can get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Saturday on Apple Valley News Now, a primetime showdown as the Washington Huskies battle USC live from Los Angeles. The Huskies, the Trojans, Saturday starting at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Welcome back on this Friday morning. Well, a historic day for the United Auto Workers Union after they voted in favor of a tentative labor deal that ended the union strike at Ford last week. The UAW members, in their first vote by rank and file members on Thursday, work at the Michigan Assembly Plant in Wayne, Michigan, and voted 82% in favor of the deal. After a 41-day strike at Ford, members of Local 900 returned to work, and the tentative deal would pay workers at least 25% more between now and 2028. More than 3,600 members voted and nearly 4,000 were on strike or laid off during the work stoppage. The Michigan Assembly Plant was the first Ford factory to go on strike on September 15th. The workers there lost more paychecks than any other union members at Ford. In total, there are 36 different locals at Ford and 35 still have to vote.
Rich and I are bringing this contract to you because we wholeheartedly believe we squeezed every dime possible out of the company. But what happens next is up to all of you. You have the final say. So now is the time for debate and discussion. And no matter the outcome, we will move forward together as a united UAW.
The union staged its first simultaneous strike against Ford, GM, and Stellantis starting September 15th, but not all 145,000 members at the 3 companies walked out at the same time. The UAW has expanded the scope of the strike 6 times in the following 7 weeks as a way to increasingly pressure the companies to the bargaining tables. Coming up, falling leaves are an iconic part of autumn and for most of the country, but it turns out you may not need to spend so much time raking them away. And we'll return with your first alert weather forecast. Heavy fog, dense fog in many of our areas. I'll get you prepared for that. Rain tonight and that weekend. And my first alert weather forecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Next, E.T. Only we can take you to the set of Kurt and Wyatt Russell's father-son collab.
My son, Wyatt, and I, we're playing the same person.
Plus, our Shaka Khan exclusive.
Next, E.T. Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar. We're shaking things up.
our Usher exclusive rolls on.
What do you have to do to get that one seat where you pull the girl and you start serenading her?
What he confessed about his Vegas residency and J-Lo and Jessica Alba going wild for his show. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Watch me. Watch my first step turn to leaps and bounds. Watch me play carefree while the world goes round. Listen to me join in with every girl and boy. Screams of happiness, limitless joy. Watch me run through the grass and sand. They said I would, now I can. Watch me. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Have you ever had a day like this? Bad days are why we got in the game. Capuzza Lighting, Accident Injury Lawyers.
The Black Friday sale is on at More Furniture. Everything has been priced to sell for the holiday season, so you can get the furniture you need for guests, entertaining, and more. Our incredible selection of living rooms, bedrooms, dining sets, and mattresses is all on sale and ready for delivery. Hurry in for the best selection or preview all Black Friday sale specials online at morefurniture.com.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Dog cat.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
All in the Family, Sunday night at 8 on MeTV for Yakima and the Tri-Cities.
I think they like each other.
I'm Charles. Lunch?
Vanessa, I like lunch.
Give in to deliciousness. Buy one craveable classic and get another one for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning. Welcome to the weekend, everyone. And yes, we have thick fog, dense fog through many of our areas. So give yourself a little extra time. So the areas with the dense fog, we are in pretty much all of our Washington areas, save for Ellensburg in northeastern Oregon. You guys are left out. And looking at good visibility so far. So is Walla Walla. But Tri-Cities, we're around a mile of visibility, about 10%. Even thicker fog in Connell. 30% visibility for Yakima and Prosser. So give yourself a little extra time, especially Connell and the Tri-Cities. Now we are going to see things changing very swiftly. We had a little bit of shower activity just to the southeast of Pendleton, but we're going to be staying dry until we get to our evening hours. And then we have quite a bit of shower activity coming in our overnight period into tomorrow. So by 7 o'clock, we expect pretty widespread showers in the Yakima Valley and Ellensburg areas. Then it's going to drift into the Tri-Cities and Blues area. This is what we're looking at overnight. Then we'll see it persist into your morning hours. Could see some heavier cells for places that will move along, and then we'll see showers return as we get to Sunday morning. A little bit more scattered and then a little bit heavier as we get to the evening hours, mostly to the Yakima, Toppenish, Ellensburg areas, a bit for the Mid-Columbia and Blues. And the showers return. Again, we have just quite the system coming in from the Pacific. It is bringing in warmer temperatures, but it's going to bring in off and on showers into our next work week. So do prepare for that. Temperatures right now, we're above the freezing level for all of our areas. And you can see the difference between the Blues and the rest of our regions that are dealing with the fog. It's going to stay cooler and more stagnant where the fog is taking grip. So the worst fog we have, 33 in Yakima, 34 in Yakima, 33 in the Tri-Cities, but much warmer in Walla Walla and Pendleton where things are free and clear. So temperature trend, we are going to be at or above our average for the first time in 2 weeks for much of the week ahead, a little bit cooler as we get to midweek next week. Air quality still showing moderate air, but it is improving. Hopefully we'll get to better air quality as we get into our evening hours, and we definitely will by the time we get to our weekend. So wind speeds, we're seeing a little bit of push out there, and we're going to see pretty much light winds today and tomorrow. Then it'll pick up Sunday and into our next work week, peaking on Tuesday. So some wind is on the way. All right, let's take a look at our highs today. A little warmer for Yakima, Toppenish, mid to upper 50s. Now, this is assuming the fog does lift. Take about 5 degrees off that if it doesn't. Mid to upper 50s for the Mid-Columbia, 60 for Hermiston, right around the lower 60s, Walla Walla and Pendleton. 7-day forecast, and we're in the mid-50s for much of our days ahead. A little warmer tomorrow. Don't forget to fall back that hour late Saturday into Sunday morning. We'll be above the freezing level in our overnight period until we get to Tuesday late night. Tri-Cities area, 60s Saturday and Sunday. Cooling down in our next work week. Off and on showers starting tonight through, looks like, Tuesday morning. And for Walla Walla, could see a little bit of thunder and lightning mixed in with those showers tomorrow. Those are those heavier cells, and then settling down with just plain old rain until Tuesday. So for today, dense fog for the Mid-Columbia and Yakima Valley area. Do get ready for showers late tonight into tomorrow morning.
Falling leaves are an iconic part of fall in most of the country, but it turns out you may not need to spend so much time raking them away. Ginger Z has more.
Ah, the soundtrack of autumn. Always paired with the endless raking and bagging. So what if we told you that not only do you not have to do all that work, but you shouldn't? The Leave the Leaves campaign wants us to consider more natural solutions, like mulching leaves into the lawn instead of getting rid of them.
When you return the leaves to the lawn or any landscape, you need to use about 1/3 less fertilizer.
Another option? Move the leaves to a garden or pile them in one corner of the yard. This creates a place for insects like fireflies or bees to spend the winter and provides more food for birds in the spring. Turtles, butterflies, and salamanders can all benefit if we leave the leaves.
Now that we have developed, we don't have big areas of untouched forest or prairie or meadow left. And so we need to get those ecosystem services from the land that we have control over, which is our own suburban landscapes.
And check out the Xerces Society or National Wildlife Federation. Both have more about how to leave the leaves. I'm Ginger Z.
When we come back, spooky season may be over, but for one Ohio couple, the love of all things haunted will last forever.
Bipolar 1, I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
We got help to push back with Lybalvi.
Once daily prescription Lybalvi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have an increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Lybalvi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The samidorphan in Lybalvi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, or feel faint, very dizzy, or confused, or if you have fever, stiff muscles, confusion, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements, which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing or falls.
Are you ready to push back against bipolar 1? Ask your doctor if Lybalvi is right for you.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Sleep Shop and Furniture has expanded. To celebrate, all living room furniture is up to 35% off. A queen-size gel mattress for only $399 on hand with immediate delivery. Up to 18 months seamless cash and no credit financing available. Quality furniture, affordable prices.
No insurance? No problem. At West Ridgeland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, our membership plan starts at just $79 and costs only $35 a month. That's 2 cleanings, x-rays, and much more for just $35 a month. Learn more at WRFDC.com or PDPNW.com. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Ridgeland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
The Huskies, the Trojans, Saturday at 4:30. Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a closer look at home. And yes, we are seeing plenty of fog in many of our areas this morning, so be very careful out there on the roads. We're staying warm. We're right around our average for this time of year. We'll even see above average temperatures this weekend, so mid to upper 50s, some 60s in there. We do expect to see partly cloudy skies once the fog lifts. Dense fog advisory for much of our areas until 11 o'clock this morning. A little warm in the blues, right around the 60-degree mark. Oh, Boardman, you're
chilly there.
Chilly at 54. I'll have your first alert weather forecast coming up.
Well, will an Ohio couple's marriage be forever haunted by the scary place where he proposed to her? CNN's Jeannie Moose has the spooky details.
As if marriage wasn't scary enough, imagine a proposal in a haunted house.
Are you kidding me?
Logan Schildhouse knew Bloodview Haunted House outside Cleveland was right up his girlfriend's alley.
She loves everything haunted. She loves everything spooky.
This is Coraline.
Caitlin Barge even has horror-themed tattoos. But Caitlin had no idea what was in store for her as she entered the pitch black part of the haunted house.
I was terrified. I couldn't see anything. I was like touching the walls.
Logan had strategized with staff members who managed to separate the couple in the dark and move Logan through a side door to get ahead of Caitlin.
They had a guy ready with fake blood in his hand, and he just smeared it on my face.
What were you supposed to be?
You know, it was like just a bloodied up dead guy, honestly.
The bloodied up dead guy fell out of his chair at Caitlin's feet.
Will you marry me?
What?
Will you make me the happiest man in the world?
Yeah! Yes! Yeah! By far one of the craziest experiences of my entire life.
So what if Logan dropped the ring, an actor playing a possessed priest retrieved and handed it to Caitlin, who is extra excited because she's pregnant? What an engaging engagement story they'll have to tell their boy. Till death do you part.
Seriously.
Or till death do we start.
They look anything but spooked by this haunting proposal. Jeannie Moose.
Love you.
Love you.
CNN.
I love you.
New York.
Want to see how that might play into their wedding in the future?
Yes, but we have a sad update.
What's the sad update?
They've decided not to get married. They decided it just wasn't the right time.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I'm just having fun. So, anyways, just wanted to put a little scare into you there.
Gotcha,
All right.
gotcha.
Let's take a look outside. We're still dealing with spooky fog. Maybe they should do their engagement there. We're going to have an update on that, including the dense fog advisory for most of our areas coming up.
Plus, after 4 years with no trouble, a Richland business has now been broken into twice in the last week. The Highland Middle School is getting a jump on honoring vets this year as they held a Military Appreciation Day to celebrate those who served. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now.